Okay, so I wanted to go over a few things with particle diagrams. Particle diagrams, see, I can't even say the word, are just boxes and basically circles. But what you have to realize is that these circles are representing elements, compounds, and or mixtures, and also they could be asking you questions about phases of matter. So let's take a look at them. When you see only one type of circle, that's supposed to be representing an element, right? Elements are comprised of only one type of atom. If you see two different circles or more together, then that's supposed to be representing a compound. And New York State, the Regents exam, they like to trick you and have you look here, for example, at two circles that are touching and say, oh, that must be a compound. But no, it's not a compound. It is known as a diatomic element, right? For example, hydrogen alone is not individual atoms of hydrogen. It would be pairs of hydrogen atoms. So, if you take a look at my beautiful boxes, and I went ahead and put some of these particles in the boxes, this first box here is representing diatomic molecules, or in other words, only one element. Here in the second box, what am I looking at? I'm looking at only one type of atom. And again, these circles are representing atoms, just like here in pairs, here as individual atoms, but they're touching. But still, only one type, so therefore it's an element again. And yes, let's look at the third box. We have individual atoms, and we have two different types of atoms that are touching. So this third box would be called a mixture, where they're just mixed together. One compound, one type of element. Also, if you were ever asked anything about phases of matter, you have to look at these circles that are representing either elements, here, or like here, or the one in the middle, of course, that's supposed to be representing a compound, and see how close, or not so close, they're spaced. So, going back here to the first box, I have diatomic molecules. They're far apart, so we would say that this, of course, would represent maybe a gas, like hydrogen or nitrogen or oxygen. Here in the middle, we have atoms of the same element that are close together, so this would represent that element in the solid phase. And then here for my mixture, once again, it looks like a mixture of two different gases, right? One that's an element and one's a compound. Okay, so remember, gases have no definite shape, no definite volume. Solids have definite shape and definite volume. And I didn't have a box here for a liquid. I'm just going to quickly draw one here. And what would be looking at? Remember, no definite shape, but definite volume. So it's going to look similar to the solid. I'm going to just draw in my cheesy circles. But now, of course, it's taking the shape of the container. Right? If you notice here for the solid, that it's not touching the sides of the container. But for my liquid, it would. Also, you have to watch with particle diagrams. If you're given directions on a Part 2 question and they ask you to draw however many molecules or atoms, make sure that you draw them. Follow the directions.